Hello, my beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode in the Sharing Your Journey series. So, this time it's done slightly differently, just because the person I'm going to be introducing in a second, we couldn't really work out a date and time that fit us both just because we're super super busy. And obviously they have a lot of other commitments. So what we've done is I'm going to do an introduction video to introduce Mr. Paul, also known as Ms Pauline Rees from the UK, fellow UK. um and they're going to be sharing their journey in their own words, which they have recorded and sent to me to add on in this video clip. So yeah, it is slightly different, but I hope you enjoy hearing their story. And yeah, please do feel free to comment some of your journeys below, or if you do resonate, it'll be lovely to hear from you all. So enjoy watching.
I've been wearing hosiery for all my adult life. My journey, I feel, could be split up into 4 different phases. So let's go back to the beginning when I was 15 and 16. I bought my first pair in Marks and Spencer's. This was just to see what my legs look like in a different colour, blue, black, or a natural sort of honey tan. Or at that time I didn't feel they were very comfortable, but I did like the feel of the nylon on my legs when I sort of crossed my legs when I wasn't wearing trousers. And when I wore trousers I used to roll the knees up to the legs up to my knees so that I could sort of cross my ankles. There was a lot of guilt associated because I was wearing ladies' clothes. I didn't really know at that age how to deal with it in my own mind. There wasn't a lot of information available online, certainly wasn't even on an internet, so you didn't really go to books. I thought I was on my own, really. Over the next few years I bought various pairs from shops to see what they were like and whether I could find different sizes, but the guilt sort of prevailed. And so over the time I spent a few years not wearing them. Sometimes I wore them, sometimes I threw them all out. And that was really the early years. The second phase really was from my mid-20s to the mid-40s. I would wear tights to go downtown just as a practical garment to keep me warm, under trousers of course, initially with socks, and then I took the socks off and I thought I was daring. Were people looking at my ankles? No, of course they weren't. And slowly I just got used to putting on a pair of tights to go downtown, didn't really think about it. And over the years it sort of became just a normal item of clothing. I did once try wearing this skirt out, and I went into an off licence, and the shop assistant sort of looked extremely embarrassed and didn't know really where to put her eyes, and so that wasn't really what I was after or the intention. So I didn't really sort of feel comfortable myself. I tried it wearing the skirt around the streets, and I got very strange looks. I thought people didn't know whether I was going to be a man or a woman or what I was wanting, and I think that is the problem at the moment with hosiery and men and sort of skirts or dresses even, that people don't know really what you are trying to do. I think if fashion designers produced sort of a unisex sort of look which men or women could wear with tights, then maybe one day it would become more acceptable and it would sort of just eventually blend in. Of course it would need some brave people to start it, but then all fashion trends do. The third phase I think was sort of when I was more comfortable with myself. I saw a young girl sort of in the mid-20s really, compared to me, she was young anyhow, wearing a t-shirt, shorts and had nicely tanned legs. Up close I realised that there were tights, so that gave me an idea that I could wear tights in the same sort of way, and that's what I once, well more than once, did put on a pair of tights with some shorts. And strangely people seem to accept that more than if I'd worn a skirt. They sort of thought, well, he's trying to show off his legs, a big vain chap really. And so I've done that a number of times when I was in my sort of mid-40s, but it sort of petered out because it was a big feeling of freedom, but I didn't really know what I really wanted to do. What was the point really? I was trying to make a statement and I felt a little uncomfortable thinking about making, but I went back to wearing the tights under the trousers again. Over the years, I became slightly envious of women for their fashions, and so I decided one day to buy a skirt suit, some makeup, and heels, lingerie, and of course tights, so that I could produce a look for myself and also enjoy the full look and be able to style tights with ladies' clothing and sort of wear them in the same way that ladies do. This opened up a whole new sort of world to me, which was quite scary to enter. And anyway, as I gained more confidence and people have helped me, I really enjoy it, especially from a hosiery point of view. And many people say that I'm a little obsessed with hosiery, which is actually true. And so I have been out as a woman, and I have worn coloured tights, fishnets, seams, anything which I thought worked with whatever I wanted to wear at the time. If I have any advice to anyone, is to take it very easy and just go at your own pace and explore what you want to do and not try and follow any examples of anybody, but just move at your slow pace and wear tights under trousers, try it with a skirt but not necessarily outside, and of course watch your own personal safety, and that goes without saying. There are things with hosiery which I've never tried, and well, I won't say I will never try. For example, I never bought a pair of worn tights and worn them, but who knows, I might do one day if I find the right person who fits it to my size. Anyway, I think that's about all I have at the moment, and I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse of my world of hosiery.